It may be cold outside, but that doesn't mean you have to give up on style. It just means you need to get a little bit more creative. And today I'm going to share some tips on exactly how to do that. Hi, I'm Leonie and welcome to my channel. Now, fall is a really fun fashion season. It's an opportunity to layer up a little bit and rug up, pull out some of those pieces that you have been storing over summer. But what happens after fall? You guessed it, it's winter. And that is when things really start to take a turn. And what happens with fashion is it does have to take a bit of a backseat because at the end of the day, we have to keep warm. And I don't know about you guys, but if I'm cold, I am miserable. But the good news is there are some really simple ways to still step out in style, but stay toasty warm and comfy as well. And in today's episode, I'm sharing a few really simple tips and tricks to do exactly that. So if you'd like to see what I do when the weather gets really cold, then just keep watching. Now, my first piece of advice is to simply let your boots steal the show when it comes to winter dressing. Now, if your feet are warm and dry, you are automatically going to feel a lot cozier. Now, what I do in winter is I start all of my outfits from my footwear. This season there are some amazing snow boots on offer. Now, I'm not just talking the traditional kind of clumpy snow boots that you would wear when you're skiing, but boots that are almost like combat boots, and some have lug soles, rubber soles, there are shearling type lined boots. Some of these boots are really stylish. They're also going to be super practical as well. I've even seen a pair of Chloe combat winter boots that are just lust-worthy for me. I'm never going to be able to afford them, but there are plenty of other options that look quite similar. Building different outfits around your footwear is definitely a surefire way to make sure that you are equipped for those really cold, rainy, snowy days. One of the easiest ways to update your winter outfits is to simply belt some of your outerwear pieces. So your long line coats or jackets or even puffers I've seen belted. And this is just a simple way to still stay warm without spending any more money, but also giving a sort of updated silhouette and shape to some of your outfits. And as I said, it is a really cost-effective way to do it. I last winter did exactly this. I bought myself a couple of belts from Zara. One of them was a stretchy belt, which I found really useful because I didn't sort of have to struggle with actually belting it. It clips in the front and worked really well with all of my jackets and coats, feeling fashionable but still being really warm and snuggly as well. So give it a go. Think about belting your coats and jackets and some of your warm winter blazers or even your ponchos and wraps. Belt things just to give them a bit of a different look and feel. And at this point, I'd just like to say a very big thank you to the team at Geologie, and that is Geologie, for sponsoring this portion of today's episode. Now, I have been using Geologie products for a couple of weeks now and my hair has never felt better. Now, if you kind of recognize the name Geologie, it's probably because they are best known as an award-winning skincare brand. And they've recently launched into hair, which is great news. I've also got the hookup for you today with a fantastic discount code, which I'll share with you shortly. But Geologie has launched a product called Co-Wash. Now, it's like an anti-shampoo, and it's a product that is just one and done. So no more shampoo, no more conditioner, and it's basically like a product that is skincare for your hair. And at the end of the day, I'm sure most of you know that healthy hair comes down to a healthy scalp. And this is exactly what this Co-Wash product does. Now, Co-Wash is a very different product to what you've been using. It's certainly really different to what I've been using in the past. So what I do is squeeze a small amount into the palm of my hand and then layer it onto already damp hair. And then I simply massage it into my scalp, which feels great. I love the smell of this aloe and tea tree. It is fresh and makes my scalp feel and smell clean as well, which I really love. Then I leave it on my hair for a couple of minutes while I wash my body and do whatever I need to do in the shower before rinsing it off completely and then styling my hair as usual. I've also been trialing one of the Geologie face washes, and this is bergamot and juniper. It's a bit of a tongue twister, but it's really lovely to use. It smells amazing. I can't even describe the smell. It just smells so natural and beautiful. So what you do is squeeze a tiny amount onto the palm of your hand and lather it up with a little bit of water before then lathering it onto your face. It's a great cleanser. Leaves my face just feeling clean but not stripped of its natural oils, which is really important to me. Okay, so I've just grabbed my notes here so I don't get this wrong, but to take advantage of that discount, now essentially all you need to do is click the link down below in my description box, which is geologie.com, and that is geologie.com. Easy, and use my code StyleInsider70, and that will save you 70% off a trial of Geologie. When you whip on over to the website, you will see that there's a simple diagnostic quiz that you fill out. Then you'll be recommended products that are perfect for you. So that code StyleInsider70 will give you a 70% discount off the Geologie skincare that is recommended for you, and it will also give you a 30% discount off the Geologie co-wash. So the beautiful hair product that I've been using in my hair. This is a really great offer. I will leave a link down below in the description box. But if you would like to do your hair a favor and take some of the hassle out of washing and shampooing and conditioning and all of those different steps, this is one and done for your hair. Take advantage of that offer. All of the details are in the description box below. Now this one almost goes without saying, but it is important to mention that you need to become a layering pro in winter. It really is as simple as that. Layers are the perfect way to keep warm, but also being able to peel off layers when you go inside or go and hop onto the bus or the subway or whatever it may be. You need to be able to peel off some of those layers when it's appropriate. Finding a couple of really fine layers which you can wear underneath your outfits so that they don't add extra bulk or they're almost invisible is the key to making sure that you stay warm without overheating at times, also so that you still can look and feel great in pieces that you love, but it's these under pieces that are actually doing the hard work. Now I always think that it's absolutely fine for trends to take a bit of a back seat over winter, but that doesn't mean that you have to completely forget about them. It's really simple just to add some trend focus to your winter outfits in the way of, say, accessories. So just for instance, this winter, bright colors are in, really bright oranges and zesty limey colors and hot pinks. And a really easy way to add a bit of a trend focus but still keep warm is to look at some colors, some trending colors that you can add easily into an outfit. So scarves, beanies, hats are a great way of incorporating some of those on-trend colors. Also, even some of the bold eyewear that's happening at the moment is a very simple way to protect your eyes and also just add a little bit of a fashion flair, but you're still staying warm. So you don't have to completely forget fashion trends, but obviously they are going to take a back seat, and you can just pick and choose some of the trends that you can incorporate really easily without forfeiting comfort. Some of the key pieces for winter that are not only going to look stylish but also keep us warm are pieces like blanket scarves. I mean, nothing feels cozier than really wrapping yourself up in a big warm scarf. Things like ponchos are great for keeping warm. And again, let's go back to belting. You can belt these scarves, you can belt ponchos just to create a bit of a fashion edge. So don't underestimate how wraps and big blanket scarves and ponchos are going to give you that comfort and warmth at the same time. Winter's also the perfect time to embrace fur, and I mean fake fur, but if you already own some fur, it makes sense to bring it out and wear it. I've recently ordered a beautiful Revolve faux fur jacket, which I love. I'll show you a picture of it here on the screen. It hasn't arrived yet, unfortunately, so I can't share it with you in person, but I have ordered this because it is a timeless classic piece that I know that I can wear casually. I can throw it on if I'm going out for a special event at night. It is one of those pieces that is going to last me for a very long time. All faux furs are not created equal. So in my opinion, it does pay off to spend a little bit more money and then you get a faux fur that feels soft and snuggly and not scratchy. So it's one that you actually want to wear. So faux fur is something that is a timeless option for keeping you warm, adding that little stylish extra extra layer, and I love the fact that if you do invest in these pieces, you are going to be able to wear them and love them for years to come. Another trick that I find really helpful is to carry a larger bag. In that bag, I usually take with me some inside shoes or boots, and sometimes even an inside sweater. So I often don't like layering up too much, but obviously I like keeping warm. So what I do tend to do is pack a couple of key pieces that I will say wear all day in the office, but they're not going to be appropriate for actually getting me to work or getting me home again. So don't dismiss the idea of just taking some key pieces that you'll feel more comfortable wearing inside, keeping your really heavy duty winter pieces to wear outside. I know it's a little bit of extra work, but it does mean that you can really just wear something that's going to work both inside and out. A big carry-all bag is the key. Another really important thing to keep in mind in winter is it's essential not to overheat. Now, the reason it's essential is because once you start overheating and perspiring, that's an easy way for you to actually get cold. Your body loses so much of its core temperature when you're sweating, and also it just means it's really hard to warm up again. So what I suggest is opting for natural fabrics and wear those close to your body to avoid overheating and potentially sweating. And of course, it's really important not to forget your extremities, so your head and your feet and also your hands. And in fact, I've just seen this really cool pair of mittens which turn into gloves when you pull the little mitten part back. And fun fact, I don't know whether you knew, but apparently your hands stay warmer when you're wearing mittens, and it's got something to do with your fingers being close to each other and not separated as they are in gloves. But let's face it, mittens aren't always the most practical things to wear because it's kind of limited with what you can do, which is why I was really thrilled to find these mittens slash gloves that basically do both. Think about your extremities. Maybe it's time to update your headwear. There are some really gorgeous furry bucket hats that are happening for this winter, which could be a really good new option for winter this year. There are also some really lovely scarves, and maybe just invest in a few new pairs of woolen socks. Don't forget your extremities for keeping the heat in. And the details become really important in winter as well, because they can make the difference between you feeling really miserable or actually feeling comfortable and warm. So things like hand warmers that you can just have at the ready if you are especially cold, you can keep them in your pocket and use those. Even things like shoe grips are great to stick on the soles of your shoes to stop you slipping and sliding on the pavement when it's wet and cold outside. Leg warmers are big this season, so maybe you invest in a pair of leg warmers that you can wear underneath your wide leg pants. Merino headbands to pop on when you head outside and keep your ears warm. A few of these small pieces aren't going to cost a fortune, but they are going to make the difference between you feeling cold and miserable, feeling comfortable, and just more able to take on that cold weather. Anyway, that's it from me today. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, I'd love you to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.